What is going on, everybody? Just bought a new helmet for the scooter videos. I also have a new GoPro. Because I have a new helmet, I have to remount my GoPro mount, and so I thought I'd go ahead. I'd show everybody how I mount my GoPro, the products you're gonna need, and stuff like that. So first off, you have two options to mount your GoPro. The old style was that you'd put one on a cheek and then use extender bars to get it centered up here. I don't do it that way. If you do it that way, it's going to introduce some shake because all the mounts are loose, and you're still... The reason why people did it that way is because over here is flat, so you didn't need anything extra. It would just mount here. You could have your extender bars and it would be fine. Nowadays there's a new product, which is what I'm going to show you. It's not super new, but it's not super well known, but this is how I mount mine. So you could do it that way, especially if you have the newer Hero 8 or the Hero 9 with the smoothing technology. It'd probably work fine. The Hyper Smooth would be able to take care of it for you. But I don't like that. And for anybody curious, this is an AGV helmet. I can't quite remember the model name, but my old helmet that I don't think I ever showed on video was a, I believe it was a Built Demon semi-modular, so the whole chin bar would flip up. And my glasses didn't fit very well in there, so it was quite uncomfortable to use to film my videos. So anyways, let's talk about the products you're going to need today. Obviously, you're going to need a GoPro. I have a Hero 9. That's what I'm using to film this, so you're not going to see that in the video. Now I just got to figure out what I did with the freaking stuff. Okay. So you're gonna need your flat mount. Now, you're gonna need your flat mount. They do make these slightly curved. I don't know if this is gonna show up in the video. Mine is actually slightly curved. If you can find that one, it's a bit better to use generally, because usually the front of the helmets are curved. Mine's actually pretty flat, but I'm gonna use this one because I have misplaced my other one. And the other product you're gonna need, the other thing you're gonna need is an alcohol wipe. This happens to be for glasses, but make sure that it doesn't contain any silicone. If it does, your thing may not stick to your helmet. So you're gonna need one of these. And then this is the magic product. It's called Sugru, S-U-G-R-U. You buy these in a 3-pack. On my old helmet, it was flatter in the front, so I only needed one, but I did bring two, just in case. I believe it's $12.99 or $13.99 for a pack of 3 of these. This is what you need so that you can mount it in the front. It is a solid mount once it's all set and cured and everything. I was gonna remove my old helmet mount and reuse it for this one, so that way I could save this one for standard videos or whatever, and it won't come off. I was afraid I was gonna break it trying to get it off, so that tells you how strong it is. I believe they're supposed to be rated for like 15 pounds or something like that. This glue is rated for like 15 pounds. So what it is, it's moldable glue. It feels like Play-Doh. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that out. This stuff has a curing time of like 24 hours, so you don't need to be super fast or anything while you're doing this. And you definitely wanna make sure you get this right. Obviously, you can edit your videos in post to fix them if it's slightly askew and stuff, but you really want to try to avoid that, just because it's just added time in post-processing that you're going to have to do. So anyways, so you're going to take your wipe, go to the chin of your helmet, you're just going to wipe it off, make sure there's no oils on it. Since this helmet's fairly new, I haven't really touched it or anything, so I know that it's fairly clean, but you just want to make sure. So first you're going to wipe that on there. Not a big deal. You're going to get your Sugru ready. You're going to peel off your sticker on the back of your plate. And then what I'm going to do, because this sticky part on this doesn't matter at all, you're not really worried about that, is I'm going to stick this on here. And see on mine, I can see that because mine's curved, I have a gap in the middle. So because of that, I'm going to need the Sugru to fill in everywhere. That includes the sides and the middle on this one. So I am probably going to need 2 of them. It actually does stick pretty well. But so once you take it off, this probably won't show up on here, but I can see on here where it was stuck down to the helmet. So I know where I need to apply my Sugru now. Now in the center, I know that I only need a small amount. So I'm just going to put a small amount down and squish that out. And then on the sides, I know that I'm going to need a lot more. So that's what we're doing today. I know you're kind of far away, so you might not be able to see this, but people who watched my Ruckus videos, my previous ones that I filmed, should be happy. You know, Ruckus videos are coming back. When you do this too, you don't need to squish it down really hard, because like I said, it hardens afterwards. So if you leave it kind of tall, like squishing it down doesn't really improve its stickiness or anything. It's not like wood glue or anything where you need to really push things together to get them to bond. So you might want to leave it kind of high, and then when you push it onto your helmet, it'll squish it down into place for you. And once again, you don't need to get the whole thing, because this stuff, like I said, when it dries hard. So I'm gonna see what kind of fit we get with this. As you can see, I'm making it all curved. It doesn't look that great, but that's okay. There is no upside or downside to this. And as far as mounting it on your thing goes, I prefer to mount it lower just so I can keep my airflow open. And you try to keep it as centered as possible on there. The GoPro mounts luckily have a nice center line on them, and then once you have it where you want it, then press down super hard. So what I'm looking at on mine is I can see that I've put too much on one side, so I'm just going to scrape it off. And I'm going to use my finger to just squeeze it in on the sides. Add a little bit extra, which I know you guys can't see. I'm just trying to fill it up so that it gets to the edge of the GoPro mount here. And I'm trying to smooth it out just so it looks nicer, but you don't really need to do this. Oops. And there's one side on the other side of the helmet that actually is missing a little bit, so I'm going to scrape some down and put it into there. That's looking pretty good. I'm going to squish it down again, make sure I'm not missing anything. Making sure that everything looks pretty straight on here. And you want to check from the top too, because this is what I'm talking about, where mine's slightly to one side. And once this stuff sets, you're not going to be able to get it back off. And if it is like that, when you set this straight again, you're going to end up pulling one side up, pushing one side down, and so you're going to have more Sugru on that side now. So make sure that you take it off and put it onto the other side to fill in that gap that you have. If you don't do this part, it's not like the mount won't stick or anything, it just won't look as nice. Like I said, you have about 24 hours with this. It's not a quick thing. So it's not the end of the world if it's wrong the first time that you mount it. So there we go. So as you can see on here, the Sugru is all filled into all these gaps. It does get on your hands a bit. It feels kind of like Play-Doh. And you just want to squish it in like this. And that's just for looks, really. I could have left it squished out. Now, if you have a really curved front helmet, or like it comes out to a point, you're gonna want to use 2 of these. So this is one, and you can see I filled in, you know, pretty substantial gap all the way around on this. You're gonna need 2. If you have a motocross helmet that has a large front airflow area where you can't stick one of these here, you're gonna have to do a side mount, and they call them chin bar mounts, and GoPro used to sell a kit for that called the chin bar mount, and that's what it was. So you would mount it on the side here like this, and then you'd have long extender bars to bring it over here. Like I said, I don't like them because it's just every time that you add one of those in, it wiggles just a tiny bit. And like I said, with the new smoothing of the GoPro here, it's probably not a problem anymore. But anyways, yes, that's how I put on my helmet GoPro mounts. 24 hours later, really even like 16, 17, 18 hours later, this will still be kind of tacky. Even the one downstairs that I have that's been like that for months, it's still like soft. They don't like, it doesn't become rock hard. It's kind of like if you've ever dealt with shoe goo, which is like a rubber adhesive for shoes, it's like that, where this will always be kind of soft, but it's very sticky. Like even now, like I probably couldn't pull this off without a lot of force. So that's all I have for you guys today. Pretty soon you're going to get a review of this helmet. I have some other ruckus related stuff that we're going to do, and I may be getting a new motorcycle. My ruckus may be going away. I may be getting a new, I'll call it a motorcycle, but it's not really, but I'll leave that surprise for later. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you all have a wonderful night. I hope that you guys keep watching my videos. I just want to say thanks to all my subscribers. And as always, if you have any ruckus related questions or any questions for me, leave them down in the comments, or any video suggestions, leave those in the comments too. I'd be more than happy to do some viewer requested stuff. Anyways, have a great night.